Captain Paul Pogba, the truth or fake news? Benjamin Mendy gets a social media warning, the Arsenal new boy is thrown in at the deep end, and I owe a certain Everton player an apology. That and more coming up in the next few minutes, as I'm your host Matt Froelich, you are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So Friday night saw the return of the Premier League and a new captain for Manchester United, World Cup winner Paul Pogba. Now obviously this placed even more attention on the midfielder, as he'd previously had his problems with Jose Mourinho, and there's still interest from Barcelona in securing his services. But all in all, Pogba did pretty good. But as him as a captain, well, I think there's more to it than at first glance. To me, it looks like Mourinho's just given it so that he feels a bit guilty about potentially leaving. I mean, he's given him the captaincy, talked about him being a fantastic player, and almost made him feel like the king of Old Trafford. And a king doesn't really leave his kingdom, does he? To be honest, under the surface, I think Mourinho still has his issues with Pogba, and be sure that he'll take the captain's armband away the second the Spanish transfer window closes. So from one Frenchman to another, and we have Twitter addict Benjamin Mendy on the wrong side of a social media warning from his own manager. After City's superb display against Arsenal on Sunday, Guardiola said of Mendy,
Mendy is Mendy in the terms, sometimes you want to kill him, and sometimes you say, wow, what a player we have, no? Mendy has a lot of things to improve. Hopefully we can convince him to be calm, to forget a little bit the social media and focus what he has to do.
So what did Mendy do? Of course, he replied on Twitter. My take on it is, whilst players are often overly scrutinised for enjoying social media a little bit too much, they are only human and these things are quite normal in today's society. As for the case of Mendy himself, well, he's always been this brilliant kind of player, just not when he's on the treatment table. But that wasn't the only point in the clash at the Emirates on Sunday, as Unai Emery's Arsenal career got off to a losing start. Despite a few mistakes, new young boy Matteo Guendouzi had a fantastic game, showing real willing and energy in the centre of midfield. He got more touches than any other Arsenal player on the ball and showed lots of promise in what was a difficult first game against the reigning champions, no less. Of course, because it's Arsenal, social media was absolutely rife with opinions after the game, but for the actual team, there's no shame in losing to Manchester City, as most, if not all, Premier League teams will find out during the course of the season. However, there is a shame for Mesut Ozil, as yet again he went missing in a big game. Elsewhere in Europe over the weekend though, there was a hat-trick for Robin Lewandowski as Bayern won the German Super Cup. Barcelona edged out Sevilla in the Spanish Super Cup with a worldie from Ousmane Dembele. Neymar got the first of 3 goals for PSG as they opened Ligue 1 with a win, and if you haven't already seen Wayne Rooney's assists, what are you doing? Go and check it out, it's unbelievable. And finally, we come to a rather humbling moment for myself. If you haven't already, check out my video from last week on the top 7 most ridiculous signings of the summer, during which I completely slated Everton for spending almost 50 million on Richarlison. So now I'd like to officially eat my words and apologise to Everton, the fans, and to Richarlison himself after a fantastic performance and 2 goals in the weekend's draw with Wolves. I never said he was a bad player, I just thought that 50 million was pretty excessive for a guy who's just had 1 season in the Premier League. Now, I'm only human, so I'll probably get more things wrong throughout the season, so expect a few more apologies, just without that cliche YouTuber sad music in the background. But that's all from me for today. Make sure you smash that like button down below and let me know what you thought of the weekend's football now that the Premier League is back. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Get up, I bet you dropping, I promise I'll open your pores. I'm in your neighborhood service and never lost 24 hours, no grocery boy. Black about miss with the cushion and see with the rebels tonight, I'm a go-go patrol. Your home, I'm only one easy.